Welcome to Had6 channel. In this video, we will look into CLEFT. 17 nouns with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Rift. Which means a crack, split, or break in something. Rift. For example, the wind had torn open a rift in the clouds. Number 2. Indentation. Which means a deep recess or notch on the edge or surface of something. Indentation. For example, coastal indentations. Number 3. Crevice. Which means a narrow opening or fissure, especially in a rock or wall. Crevice. For example, the termites crawled into a crevice in the ground. Number 4. Breach. Which means a gap in a wall, barrier, or defense, especially one made by an attacking army. Breach. For example, a breach in the sea wall. Number 5. Gap. Which means a break or hole in an object or between two objects. Gap. For example, he peeped through the gap in the curtains. Number 6. Fracture. Which means a crack or break in a hard object or material, typically a bone or a rock stratum. Fracture. For example, crystals grow in the pores of the rock, causing tiny fractures. Number 7. Split. Which means a tear, crack, or fissure in something, especially down the middle or along the grain. Split. For example, splits appeared in the decaying planks. Number 8. Furrow. Which means a line or wrinkle on a person's face. Furrow. For example, there were deep furrows in his brow. Number 9. Opening. Which means a space or gap that allows passage or access. Opening. For example, the large hall is lit by an opening in the center of the roof. Number 10. Chasm. Which means a deep fissure in the Earth's surface. Chasm. For example, a chasm a mile long. Number 11. Rent. Which means a large tear in a piece of fabric. Rent. For example, Eddie was dismayed by the rent in the roof of the tent. Number 12. Fissure. which means a long, narrow opening or line of breakage made by cracking or splitting, especially in rock or earth. Fissure. For example, fissures in the ocean floor. Number 13. Gash, which means a long, deep cut or wound. Gash. For example, a bad gash in one leg became infected. Number 14. Cranny, which means a small, narrow space or opening. Cranny. For example, bugs and spiders conceal themselves in crannies of the bark. What do you think of these synonyms? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Moreover, you can follow the channel by hitting the subscription button.